is what a broken promise truly means. It means that you cannot be trusted. It means you cannot be negotiated with. And the Russian terrorist regime has time and time again proven that it cannot be negotiated with. Fools negotiate with those who betrayed them over and over again. Idiots trust those who have taken what they want and given nothing in return, and then claim, oh no, this time is going to be different. Surely. That's one of our main messages here, my friends. All of these individuals who sometimes come to us, now fortunately these individuals are a small minority, but they do exist. Sometimes they come to us and say, oh, but just choose peace, just be neutral, just don't join NATO, don't join the EU. I mean, it's a great idea, isn't it, right? Right, Tommy? It's a great, yeah, walk away, exactly, walk away. One individual told us to walk away, like for Ukraine to walk away. How? How is a country supposed to walk away from being invaded? Ridiculous, absolutely ridiculous, my friends. These individuals are very uninformed. Sometimes they're simply disingenuous. But what we have to say in response to that is that we would love to have peace. We would love to not have this war anymore. Now, is it a matter of pride? Is it a matter of, no, we won't give away any regions? No. We simply know for certain that no matter what we give to Russia, they are going to want more. They will not be content. They will not be happy. They will not leave us be. They will not leave us alone. That is a certainty. It's not a matter of pride. It's not a matter of being too proud to negotiate. No. It is a matter of learning with your mistakes. Ukrainians have learned. Now it's time for the West to learn. It's time for the West to realize that Russia cannot be negotiated with. The current Russian government cannot be trusted. It needs to be brought down no matter what. Same exact thing goes for the Iranian government, for the Ayatollah regime in Iran. These entities cannot be trusted, my friends. Cannot be negotiated with. And worst of all, they are not bound by the same rules of conduct that bind the Western regimes. That is, my friends, what we have to say.
I can speak.
My friends, I would like to give word to some of our speakers here. We have two people at this moment, Alex here and Romana. Come here, guys. Now, my friends, I will have a quick chat with our Iranian friends, and in the meantime, our friends here are going to speak to you. Go on, Alex.
Good afternoon, everyone. This is my first time taking over from Pavlo, so big shoes to fill. I'll do my best. But I think it's wonderful that Pavlo is going over to address the Iranians, because as you can probably tell, I'm not Ukrainian and I'm not Iranian, but the message is unity, and that's a powerful message, because ultimately we're all fighting the same thing. We're fighting against dictatorship, we're standing up for freedom, and I'm addressing you, my fellow British citizens, that you need to wake up. Denmark has told its people to prepare for war. The Baltics are gearing up for war. If we don't stop Putin in Ukraine, his ambitions will extend. And then it won't just be brave Ukrainians defending their homelands, it will be NATO troops defending NATO homelands. So we need to support Ukraine not just because it is morally right, but to ensure our own future. We need to protect a rules-based order where might isn't right. Just because you have more people, just because you have more weapons, doesn't entitle you to unilaterally change global borders. This is what the Ukrainian people are fighting for. They are fighting to defend their homes, and they're fighting out of love for their family, their friends, and their land. But whether they like it or not, they're also fighting for our freedom. So we owe it to the Ukrainian people, to the brave men and women serving on their front lines, to support them. We owe it to them to arm them to victory. Yes, it's going to cost us money, but you know what's going to cost even more? Russia winning. We cannot let Russia win. If we want a secure, safe future, as we've had with the peace dividend after World War II, we need to ensure Ukraine's future. We need to ensure Ukraine's borders. We need to ensure all of the Ukrainians in captivity are returned. And most of all Ukrainian children must be returned. How is it acceptable in this world that tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands of children can be abducted after their parents have been murdered? That is the greatest crime I think I've ever heard of. I thought murder was terrible, but I've actually seen something worse. We are seeing Russians murder Ukrainians and then steal their children from their grandparents, from their uncles, from their other family. That is genocide. It is a crime against humanity. We must not allow it to continue. And for that, write to your MPs, and also I want to say, Slava Ukraini! Once more, louder, Slava Ukraini! Would you like to speak for a bit?
Yeah, okay. Thank you. Thank you for your speech. So I'll continue. It's not the first time I'm giving a speech. I already gave one in Berlin on the first year of Russian full-scale invasion into Ukraine. And it's so important for us to still gather and still talk about the war, because it's going, and we have to stand here for Ukrainian defenders, for Azovstal soldiers who are still in captivity, and you can see it from our placards and our posters. And what I want to say that it's actually an existential war for us, and now it's becoming even an existential war for the whole democratic world, because democracy is a threat for Russia. It's not a value for them, and we are fighting, our Ukrainian soldiers are fighting for the whole democratic world, which should stand with us in this existential war. As the previous speaker already mentioned, we have to be united against Russia, against this evil. It's not just Putin's war we are fighting against. We are fighting against the whole Russia. We're fighting against Russians who are supporting this war, who are supporting genocide against Ukrainians. And we have to stop them. We have to stop Russia now. Stop Russia! Stop terrorism!
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 Arm Ukraine now!
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 Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава Україні!
Героям слава!
Слава нації!
Смерть ворогам!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Україна!
Понад усе!
Ukraine! Thank you very much for this opportunity to speak here, and I'm really glad that people are still gathering 3 times a week here. Please don't stop doing this, and people of UK, people of United Kingdom, we need your support. Please join us anytime you can. We are really grateful for your support. Please come and join the demonstrations as Alex did. Thank you.
Thank you very much, guys. You know, it's always lovely to see new people here doing speeches, and some of the regulars too. You know, of course, Alex here, our friend Alex, is a big regular with us. Yanis, our friend, is also going to do a speech soon, my friends. But before that, I would like to remind you all that 3rd and 5th April, there's not going to be any protests because of the Easter celebrations. May. Thank you very much, Yanis. You see, I'm misinforming people sometimes, accidentally, but sometimes. May, 3rd and 5th May, thank you very much. There's not going to be any rallies, there's going to be Old Orthodox Easter celebrations. You need to know that. Друзі, 3 числа і 5 числа не буде протестів. Будуть пасхальні дні. старі православні пасхальні дні, так що нічого не буде, ніяких протестів не буде в ті дні. Добре? Не приходьте в ті дні, не приходьте, бо у нас іноді буває таке, що люди приходять і потім, а де ви всі? Так що цього разу нічого не буде. Але в інші дні, як завжди, є протести. Кожну середу у 6 годині, кожну п'ятницю у 6 годині і кожну неділю у 3 годині, як сьогодні. Так що тільки у 3 і 5 числа цього наступного місяця нічого не буде. My friends, there's always a lot to say. But we also need to keep in mind that we have a limited time to say all these things. So we need to choose our words carefully. We need to make sure that our words are well informed and not make any mistakes like saying it's the 3rd and 5th of the month in which we are in at the 20th. Not make any silly mistakes like that. Don't do that, my friends. That was an example of what not to do. Make sure you don't do that. Now I give word to our friend Yanis.